Look at this nose. It's not fully mine. Actually, even the nose on your face isn't fully yours. Not just the nose, even the way we walk, talk, our complexion, eye color, and also to some extent the way we think is not exactly our own. So if it's not really ours, whose is it? Let's learn about it in this video. When a baby is born, one of the first things that anyone comments is, "Hey, he looks so much like his mother," or "Eyes are so much like his father's," and "Ears are like his grandmother's."
Yes, the obvious explanation to this would be genetics, but there is more.
There is an interesting experiment on mice that we should learn about. The scientists took these mice and made them smell a particular scent. Every time the mice tried to smell that scent, the scientists gave them a mild electric shock. This resulted in the mice being scared of this scent.
Now what's fascinating is, the offspring of those mice, the second generation, showed strong reaction to the same smell without any shocks, even though they were never exposed to that smell before. But they did not show any reaction to the other smells. And this strong reaction of that smell showed in the third generation of mice too.
Not just mice. If we pay a little attention to nature, we can easily observe the phenomenal level of intelligence in which life functions. Birds migrate all the way from Siberia to a national park in Rajasthan to breed. The salmons in Alaska travel upstream from the oceans to the rivers once in their entire life and give birth and die. And the next generation has the inbuilt memory to do the same thing all over again without any education or GPS.
In yoga, they call this as karma or memory. Now when we say memory, we are not talking about our ideas or impressions about that person. But here we are referring to the subtler dimensions such as the genetic memory, subconscious memory, and so on.
Similarly, karma or memory is classified into many layers. That we will look at in another video. But in this video, we will talk about something known as Pitru Paksha. In Bharat, the culture always had the wisdom to recognize the significance of the memory of our ancestors in our day-to-day life. There are many rituals and practices that are followed in various communities in order to benefit from this memory. It is commonly known as Shraddh or Pitru Paksha.
In yoga, they say that if the memory of your ancestors are very strongly functioning within you, it can affect the activity and the goals of your life.
You might have noticed that for a son of a farmer, farming comes more naturally than others. For a son of a trader, they say trading or business is already in his blood. However, what if a farmer's son or a trader's son wishes to explore more aspects than which comes naturally to him? One of the things which could be helpful is to be able to distance themselves from the karmic memory of their ancestors. This way, exploring other aspects may come with much more ease to them. It's also worth noting that if certain ancestors had difficult or unpleasant lives or deaths, these experiences might unconsciously affect your present life, serving as potential obstacles, just like how we saw in the experiment of mice.
In many parts of the world, there are different forms of practices to pay respect to the ancestors. In Japan, ancestral worship is one of the most important forms of worship followed extensively. In other countries, people visit the graveyards of their loved ones and offer flowers and spend some time in silence, thanking them for this life.
The ancient culture of Bharat has evolved into developing sophisticated rituals for the same purpose. We observe a period of 16 days as Shraddh or Pitru Paksha at a specific time every year just before Navratri. The last day of Pitru Paksha, which is a new moon day, is Mahalaya Amavasye and is believed to be a powerful night for this purpose. During this period, people in Bharat offer clothes to the needy and also food to crows as they believe that this bird is connected to ancestors.
Similarly, many different rituals are performed and in return, ancestors are believed to bring good fortune, health and also remove obstacles on their path.
Now this video is not about what is the specific ritual you or I follow, but the important thing for us to learn is that our lives are not shaped only by our own memories and experiences. There could be various other influences also that affect the experience of our life. Just like to grow in a company, we need the cooperation of our managers and colleagues. Similarly, to go through life with prosperity and the least amount of friction, it is also important to have the cooperation of those who had been involved in creating our existence. Almost everything we know today came from those who lived before us, like language, clothes, and even buildings. We often take these things for granted. But without those who came before us, we wouldn't be here. And we wouldn't have the things we do now. So let's all remember to have some sense of gratitude to those who are involved in the making of this body. If you know any such rituals followed in your community, let us know in the comments below and share this with as many people as you can. And if you would like to know about more such topics, subscribe to Rishika Ankit.